congregational council. As council members, we're often asked to come up here and share what we've seen God at work lately. I don't have to look further than a mirror for that answer, because he's stirring so much inside of me. In the past several weeks, our small group has become a very small group at times. But no matter the number of participants, we try to commit to a meeting each week. We participate from our own homes and join either by phone or computer for discussion. Meeting together with my husband Dave, Roz and Brian Motes, Evie and Abby Caldwater, and Jason and Jen Fritz has been a very positive experience and is causing me to experience a burst of spiritual growth like nothing I have ever felt before. During our last small group, I asked Brian if he and Pastor Bob have been coordinating the messages with Brian's Tuesday night small group discussion topics, because I'm hearing the same things. Brian said no. He and Pastor Bob don't get many opportunities to talk lately. They're both busy. And oftentimes Brian doesn't select our topics until the last minute and well before Pastor Bob records his messages. Dave and I looked at each other and smiled because we assumed they were working together. You see, Dave and I have been talking about all the similar scriptures and similar messages that we're hearing from Pastor Bob that we have had on Tuesday night small group discussions. More interesting to me is the fact that sometimes they aren't even the same verses of the Bible, but the message is the same. Roz pointed out to Dave and I that we need to pay close attention to the moments where we hear these messages that seem to be repeating themselves to us, for that's when God wants us to listen the most. There's something in that message that we need to hear right then or in the near future that's going to be useful to us. I admitted to Roz and Brian that I'm both excited and sad at the same time. I'm excited because I'm speaking about God with my husband like I never have before. I'm incorporating God in as many parts of my daily life as I possibly can with my children, family, and friends. And it feels so natural and normal, and it never has before. I'm sad because the scriptures and messages are not new, but they feel like I'm hearing them for the first time. I've grown up as a go-to-church every Sunday child, teenager, young adult, and now adult. I admit for many years I was a check-the-box Christian, meaning, yep, I attended, I showed up and did my thing, and left until the next Sunday. I never realized that wasn't enough. I never realized how very much I was missing. Pastor Bob has invited us to know more, pushing us to grow up because we're still in the infant stages of learning the Bible. I'm sad to say I heard these words, but never truly understand that his message was for me. It wasn't for the person who only showed up on holidays or the person who only shows up occasionally. It was meant for me to hear. I cannot find the accurate words to describe this incredible spiritual growth spurt that I'm feeling, but I wish I could. I wish I could share that feeling with all of you and that you would catch it. Catch the excitement and feeling of need to do something with it. The combination of having intimate small group discussions and finding ways that these old, written so long ago scriptures apply to my life today and every day has opened my eyes and ears to hear a clearer message from Pastor Bob. My biggest takeaway from small groups so far, and a message I now repeat to myself in every difficult, stressful, or important time, is I already have it all. God has already given me everything. He prepared my life for me, and all I need resides inside of me. Now I use Tuesday small groups, Sunday sermons, weekly messages from Pastor Bob, and devotions from Roz, for me to learn how to use all that God has given me. I pray that when you're invited to join a small group, you accept the invitation. I never would have imagined my faith changing in such a positive way until I accepted the invite, participated honestly, trusted the others in the group, and followed the messages from Pastor Bob. It was a combination of all of those things, and not just one, that made such a difference.